Mercedes-Benz Vision AVTR. The first car in today's video from Mercedes-Benz's line of vision concepts is the AVTR. Taking design cues from the sci-fi film Avatar, the AVTR is styled to look like a living, breathing creature that would fit in seamlessly with the fantasy world of Pandora. First unveiled at the 2020 Consumer Electronics Show, the Vision AVTR is Mercedes' take on what the future of motoring is destined to look like in the distant future. The car is modelled around the Mercedes Vision EQS that is set to reach production in 2021. But in terms of technology, the two motors are worlds apart. The AVTR features 33 bionic flaps on the rear of the vehicle that look like the scales of a reptile. The scales can communicate information to the driver and to those in the surrounding environment via subtle flowing gestures, which is an interesting take on car-to-human and car-to-car communication. Both the front and rear axles of the car can be driven in independent directions, meaning that it can essentially drive sideways like a crab. This makes parking a breeze, as well as furthering the car's animalistic-like presence on the road. Things really start to get futuristic when sitting inside of the vehicle. The front and rear of the cabinet is a seamless pod-like design, with an illuminated center console that flows through to the dash. There is no steering wheel as the car is autonomous, but if the driver does wish to take control, the car can link up to your thoughts using biometric readings. No need to steer where you want to go, you simply think where you want to go. The AVTR is a technologically advanced luxury saloon that strikes a perfect balance between man and machine. PAL V Liberty. The PAL V Liberty is a three-wheeled motor car that has one very special trick up its sleeve. It's pretty hard not to notice the folded-up propellers and giant rear wing. But if you haven't already guessed, the Liberty is a flying car hybrid, set to take to the skies by 2021. The PAL V Liberty looks very much at home when carving around the roads on its narrow body and tilting three-wheeled platform, but in flight is when this big boy's toy really starts to impress. Powered by two 50-horsepower motors, the Liberty isn't exactly a powerhouse sports car, but what it lacks in speed, it more than makes up for in versatility. The brain behind the PAL V describes the Liberty as a car that flies and a plane that drives, which is a pretty awesome tagline if you ask me. Designed with classic Italian styling in mind, the Liberty not only acts the part, but looks the part too. The initial run of 90 Pioneer Edition Liberties will feature additional carbon fiber accents and an uprated leather interior. Heated seats come as standard, as you would expect with a $400,000 price tag. The PAL V Liberty isn't the kind of concept that looks like it's fallen from another dimension. In fact, it's no concept car at all. It's a real vehicle that proves the power of imagination and that the future of travel may look far different to how it does today. Mercedes-Benz Vision Urbanetic. While most concept cars are geared solely towards styling and technological advancements, Mercedes' latest model in their Vision line is a little more practical. The Vision Urbanetic by Mercedes-Benz is a body-swapping hybrid that can transport packages for Amazon 1 minute and carry people from A to B the next. Like the rest of the Vision range, it is, of course, fully electric and autonomous, which seems to be the trend for most of today's futuristic mock-ups. In its current stage of development, the Urbanetic supports two bodies. The Cargo, which can house up to 10 Euro-sized pallets or 350 cubic feet of packages, and the People Mover, which will comfortably be able to carry 12 passengers without the need for a driver. The idea behind the concept is that the Urbanetic fulfills the need for multi-purposeful commercial vehicles. It can taxi around workers in the morning, fulfill deliveries throughout the day, get back to commuter duty by evening, and then do a long-haul pallet run during the night shift. Being autonomous means that the only stops needed are battery charges and body swaps. Other than that, it's always on the move. The styling of both Urbanetic variants is an acquired taste, to say the least. The Germans are notorious for their function of form design ethos, so you have to remember that these are purposeful vehicles built for work, not play. Mercedes has a long history of creating both high-end passenger cars and reliable commercial transporters. At first glance, it may seem like an odd creation, but having one car that can do the job of two does make perfect sense. Lamborghini Terzo Millennio. The Lamborghini Terzo Millennio, or Third Millennium, is the Italian firm's first worthy dip into the pool of electric supercars. The aim? To create a car that will revolutionize e-motoring by breaking new ground into energy storage and the use of innovative materials. This is a big ask for a company that thrives off of gas-guzzling V12 petrol engines, and yet they are making great strides towards their goals in spectacular fashion. The Terzo Millennio is in the early stages of a 3-year cooperative between Lamborghini and MIT. The styling is very much in line with Lambo's typical hard lines and aggressive stance, but the backbone to what's driving the project has the Massachusetts Institute of Technology written all over it. One of the great hurdles of the Millennio has been to improve the supercapacitors that run the 4 electric motors sitting within each wheel. A supercapacitor is like a battery in the way that it stores and releases energy, but instead of storing the energy in the form of a chemical reaction, they hold electricity in a static state. Supercapacitors charge quicker and expel energy far more efficiently than their battery cousins. But they are not currently used in electric cars because they can only store a small amount of energy relative to their weight. Keeping weight to a minimum is obviously a must when putting together a supercar. So Lambo and MIT are exploring new ways to make supercapacitors a viable option. To do this, they are attempting to build the car's body and components using a series of carbon fiber nanotubes, which is an ultra-lightweight material that has extraordinary static electro-holding capabilities. The idea is that they will be able to make the entirety of the car in one great big supercapacitor, and it will power itself by drawing energy from its own body. Another huge technological leap is the use of self-healing materials that can detect cracks and microdamages in its own carbon structure. A car that can do its own physical health checks is something that's never been done before and will dramatically increase the safety of such high-speed vehicles. Audi AI ME. The AI ME is Audi's answer to the future of urban travel. The fun-sized, fully autonomous motor is a four-wheeled motherboard of forward-thinking tech and is breaking new ground in the world of motoring possibilities. Being a self-driving vehicle, Audi has equipped the sleek exterior with a network of interactive lighting, designed to not only offer striking visuals, but to better communicate with the outside world. Self-driving vehicles are amazing at many things, but communicating what they are doing to other road users and pedestrians is currently not one of them. The array of lights that sit on the AI ME's front and rear shoulders have been put in place to solve this problem. The lighting will be capable of illuminating multiple signals, giving insight into both the car's current and next moves, which will take the safety of these kinds of cars to a whole new level. The interior of the small Audi is surprisingly spacious. It might be crammed full of technology, but it is far from being cramped. One of the main concepts of the vehicles was to create a completely hollow seating area, a multifunctional space where drivers, or should I say passengers, can get comfortable. When engaged into auto-drive mode, the steering wheel retracts into the dash, and a large wooden table extends into the cab, where riders can rest a laptop, grab a bite to eat, or do anything else that they wish during their carefree journey. For a more involved experience, passengers can make use of the in-vehicle VR system that can drop you into any setting you desire. The advanced VR reacts to the turns in the road that you are actually driving on, which creates an unrivaled immersive experience. As it stands, there are no plans to produce the AI ME as a full-on production model anytime soon. It is instead destined to be a drivable showcase for Audi's technological advancements that will hopefully be seen on their near-future lineup.
Go back.